Hello, y'all. It's Kiki. Welcome to my Crackerjack Box. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video than you're used to seeing from me. It occurred to me that a lot of you have parts about me, but I haven't really gone into any detail. So I thought that I would take this opportunity to do so. I think I'm going to do like a 3-part thing, and I'm going to do my fibromyalgia first, the osteoarthritis, and then the lymphedema last, because I found out about it pretty much in that order. Um, and I thought that it would be important to kind of explain what it is and how it affects me personally, and give you guys a kind of a glimpse inside my life. The other day I posted a short where you saw me kind of like I am kind of now, just kind of down, just kind of like blah. um, but that's because of my fibromyalgia, and it can come on that quick and last anywhere from 2 hours to 2 days to a week or more. Just depends on what the flare is going to be like. So you're going to see me probably looking down, and that'll be because I have my handy dandy notebook here. All of you Blues Clues fans. Okay. So let me turn to my page that I wrote it on. Okay. All right. My original thought process was going to be what it's like to have a fibromyalgia flare, and so I'll get to that in a minute. But basically, for me, what happened is that I started having random pain in different areas, and I was tired all the time, and I couldn't sleep, and I had insomnia because I was in pain, and it was just like this vicious circle thing happening. And so I did the whole doctor thing that you do, get some sleep, do your exercise, blah, 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 whatever. And nothing was working. And so finally, he sent me to a rheumatologist just to rule out like lupus or something like that. And pretty much, she ran all the tests on me and determined that I had fibromyalgia. Now, some of you out there are probably like, what the hell is fibromyalgia? Because I know I was. For me, I had heard about it kind of because my family had it. My mom had it, my dad had it. I mean, my mom and my grandma had it. But to me, it was just like this chronic pain thing that hurt you all the time, and you push through, you play through the pain. Um, so I had to really find out what it was. And um, it's a nerve, it's like an autoimmune disorder that also involves your nerves. And basically, it's where your nerves are sending incorrect messages back to your brain. It's like, hey, I'm in pain, but really there's no reason for the pain. That's part of it. So for me, like an example, I'm going to give you an example. Right now, my head hurts right here. And it hurts like if those of you who have ever worn um, like a ponytail really tight, and then you took it down and you're like, oh man, my head's sore. Okay, it's like that. The only difference is I didn't wear a ponytail. It just is. So my diagnosis, I was diagnosed probably around the age of 30. And the reason is, like I said, I kept getting sick and I was just feeling pain and stuff. And they sent me in. Basically, the doctor said, yes, you have fibromyalgia. And the way that they test is they do some pressure point things, and they push on different points of your body. And if it hurts a lot, that's how they diagnose it. I don't know how they do it now, but that's how they did it then. I was tired all the time. I got sick a lot. It was like if somebody breathed on me, I got sick. And I couldn't understand it because I was taking vitamins. I didn't know what the problem was. And then I found out that I wasn't sleeping because of the fibro. So I wasn't healing. Because if any of you that know, when you go to sleep at night, your body is healing itself. It's repairing anything that happened during the day. And this is normal wear and tear stuff, so it's not like, you know, um, I mean, obviously, if you have a cut, it's working on that too, but for the most part, it's, um, repairing your feet if you were standing all day, your back if you were sitting all day, those kind of things. Um, let's see here. Okay, there's no cure. Pretty much the way that it's handled is you have to play through the pain. You have to learn to manage it. And if you can't manage it, then usually that's when you get to a point of chronic pain where you're in constant pain all the time and you have a hard time functioning. Hello, that's me. Um, what does it feel like to be in a flare? Okay, first of all, flare is like something that comes on. You can think of it like a migraine where a migraine just comes on. In this case, you it just comes on, usually usually fast. Um, you get extremely tired, like extremely tired. Um, think of you know a club weekend where you didn't sleep, that kind of tired. And sometimes you get a headache. Sometimes you're uh, feeling your different pain in areas. For me, a lot of times it puts me down for the count. I have a hard time moving because everything hurts. Um, and to the point of where you're like, do I really need a sandwich right now? No, I haven't eaten all day, but God, it's gonna hurt to have to go make that sandwich. I'll starve. I'll just drink some water or I'll drink, a soda or whatever. I don't do soda anymore, but that's what it's like. Let's see what else. You have pain in some of the most random areas. Like, I'll be talking about osteoarthritis in the next video, but so then that's on my knee, right? I'll have pain on the side of my knee. No reason. No reason. I'll have pain and numbness on the side of my thigh. No reason. Just do. Um, let's see. I'm gonna put on my glasses because I wrote some of this in cursive, which they hardly even teach anymore. Um, let's see. Like I was saying before, it can last 2 hours. It can last 2 days. It can last 2 weeks. Um, you can't predict when they're coming. You could be doing fine, having a good day, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're down. For me, the day that I started my flare, I had filmed a couple of videos, not even long ones, and those right there, a flare came on after that, and I couldn't do anymore. Um, let's see. Okay, now, one of the things about fibromyalgia, which is like a lot of the diseases that you can't see, they call it the invisible disease, is that it affects your life, all your life. So it affects your work. You're going to miss work, or you can't do the things that you used to do. People get frustrated because you're moving slower. It affects your family. They think you're exaggerating. They think that, it's not that bad. Walk it off, play through the pain. Um, you're just taking advantage of it. You're acting worse than you are. And the thing is that I used to get very, very angry about this. And the thing is that I was kind of like that in my early 30s. It was like, you know what? You got a headache, take 2 Tylenol and suck it up. You know what I mean? Um, I have a different perspective now. Mobility. That day that you saw me, like I said, if someone didn't bring me something to eat, I just didn't care. Um, I would not use the ladies' room until I absolutely had no other choice. Just because it hurts to move. Um, then there's the mental health. mental health. When you're a functioning human being, full functioning, you don't really have many health issues. You go about your business, doing your thing. I'm not going to say those people don't get depressed and sad or whatever, that they do. But in this case, when you have the rug pulled out from under you, nobody can see a broken bone, a sprained ankle, whatever. Nobody can see it. You're tired, you're in pain all the time. You don't want to do the things you used to do, or you can't do the things you used to do. Your mental health takes a nosedive. I became so depressed and sad, and I would say things like, I miss my old life. The diagnosis of my fibromyalgia started the downward spiral for me. When I started, I had a home, a marriage, I had a career, I had volunteer work at the church, I had a family, I had a car, I had friends, I did things. And slowly but surely, those things were taken away from me. And in my mind, these three conditions that I'm going to talk about, I feel and have felt that they stole my life from me, that I'm a hostage in my body. Now, there's going to be people out there that are going to say, well, it's because you're overweight. It's because of this. It's because of that. You know what? That's okay. You can say that. And I'm not saying that being overweight is healthy. I'm not saying that if I was thinner, it might help. I'm not going to say that at all. It might. However, when you hurt as bad as I do on a lot of days, and you can barely move just to get something to eat or go to the bathroom, I am pretty sure that you can't go out and run on the treadmill or whatever. I know, because I couldn't. I tried, but I couldn't. The worst, like I said, the worst part is it's invisible. People can't see it. So they make assumptions about you. If you're overweight, you're fat, you're lazy, you're dirty, you're smelly, you're milking the system, you're, God, I've heard so many different things. Whatever. Use your imagination. It probably is the case. The other thing that happens is that you develop chronic pain. And for anybody that's been in pain, you know how exhausting that is. But in addition, now that there's this whole opioid crisis, it makes it very difficult for people like me to get pain medicine without pain management. And even with pain management, the goal is to get you where you don't need medicine. So basically, where you can meditate the pain away or whatever. This is a very sore subject for me because I'm the one living through it. I'm the one in the groups that has to hear about every other week that somebody committed suicide because they couldn't take the pain anymore. They didn't want any more doctor's visits. They couldn't sleep. They couldn't this. They couldn't that. I understand about the, the little doctor in a box or whatever that was giving out gazillion prescriptions for the medicines and whatever. I get it. But you've made it so, not you, but the regulations have made it so that my doctor can only prescribe me 7 days worth. And then I'm forced to go to pain management. And then when I did go to pain management, because I was just in dire straits, when I did go, they made me jump through hoops to get my medicine, and they made me do procedures that didn't work. So all that money and all that effort and all that time just so that they could not have to fill a prescription. And you're getting to know me, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but I didn't want the procedures. I didn't want the pain medicine. I didn't want the pain. I just wanted to feel normal. When I used to take the medicine a couple times a day, I could manage my life a little better. Now I'm down to Tylenol with codeine or whatever. It's like taking gummy bears. It barely works. It takes a little tiny bit of the edge off, but that's neither here nor there. But that's what fibromyalgia did to me. In addition to that, let's see, depression, suicidal, let's see, lack of motivation. When you're hurt all the time, you're too tired. You don't care. So, and when you're dealing with people that don't believe you anyway, or, the things that were fun, you can no longer do, yeah, you tend to have lack of motivation. Hopelessness, fatigue, definitely. Difficulty doing daily tasks. Brushing my hair hurts me. Taking a shower, changing my clothes, all of that. When I do that, like I did it today, and I'm trying to set up to do this video so that you guys can, so that I'm not laying like that. But it's taking all of my effort to do that. Taking a shower and washing my hair and then brushing it and putting in a little scrunchie, maybe twisting it a little bit so it's not so poofy or whatever. That knocked me down for the count. I did that around 11:30 today. I think 11:30 in the morning. And I was down for the count until about, let's see, what time is it now? I think it's probably about 9:30 or 10. Yeah. So I was down and out for that period of time. I tried to rest a little. And luckily, the flare has subsided a great deal. But when I do stuff like that, it wears me out. And it makes it so that I'm just so tired. So, that's kind of what I wanted to tell you about fibromyalgia. The other thing is that people are individuals, so some things are different for them. Like, one of the medicines I take for my fibro causes restless leg syndrome. And when you have osteoarthritis and you jerk suddenly, you want to talk about pain. I'll get into that in the next video. But this video is not about making people feel sorry for me or any of those things. This is an informational and educational video, just something to give you an idea of what's going on with people and what you might not see, and also why people may disappear for periods of time, or people make excuses for why they can't do something. If they have a diagnosis of an autoimmune disorder, it's really hard to deal with. It's basically your body is turning on itself in one way or another. So the other reason I wanted to make this video is because I had a nephew who had to deal with chronic pain issues and whatever, and also the mental health part of it. And he didn't survive his mental health part of it. He's forever 14. But one of the last things he said to his friend before is that, I'm just tired. I'm tired of the doctors. I'm tired of the medicine. I'm just tired. And that's just very sad. 14 and you don't see any future. So, if you have any questions or want to know something, you can feel free to jump into my Instagram DMs. If you're going to say something nasty or critical or whatever, knock yourself out. I don't care. Um, Whoops, my light just said no, no. I don't care. It's okay. Go ahead, knock yourself out. I don't care. I'm sorry that this video ended up being longer. I was trying to make it not as long, but it's more of an educational thing, so hopefully you understand. And if I get a chance, I'll try to insert. I'm still trying to learn about editing and stuff. If I get a chance, I'll try to insert maybe pictures or some stuff for you. Um, if not, then I'll just upload it and I'll continue to try that. Anyway, okay, so this was part one. This is fibromyalgia. And in my next Crackerjack box, we're going to do osteoarthritis. So, just remember, Kiki loves you.